Good day and welcome to another edition of the Sport Rep Show. I'm your host Jesse Jackson Kauraitha, bringing you yet another exciting show. But first, let us look at what's in today's Namibian Sun back page. So you can see there's 6 shortlisted for the Warriors job. Sources in the NFA have claimed that 6 coaches have been shortlisted. We'll bring that story in detail. And there, Micah Dickman in the semi-final race. Of course, she raced today. That was in the morning, 5 o'clock. We'll also bring that story for you in detail. And now for your stories in detail. Namibia's rower, Micah Dickman, has secured a C final place after finishing 3rd this morning in her session, clocking 7:40 and 77 seconds in the women's single sculls semi-final at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. She will compete again in tomorrow's final. Zambian national coach Winston Nyirenda and 2 other Europeans whose names are being kept confidential have allegedly been shortlisted for the Brave Warriors coaching job. The Namibia Football Association has shortlisted 6 coaches out of the 13 who have applied for the Brave Warriors top job, with 3 foreign nationals set to be among those selected. Well, the current interim coach Bobby Samaria, Ali Akan and Colin Benjamin are the Namibian coaches that have applied for the position and as well that have been shortlisted for the top job, while the names of the 2 other Europeans remain sketchy. Of course, Zambian international Winston Nyirenda, a former Kaizer Chiefs player and coach of Zanaco FC as well as Baroka FC, is said to be the other foreign national that has been selected for the post. Of course, Woody Jacobs, who also applied for the job, has not made the short listing at the moment. Colin Benjamin, an experienced player, former player of the German Bundesliga, has been selected, while Ali Akan and Bobby Samaria have won a few titles, among them that's in the Namibia Premier League. Of course, Bobby Samaria is the current coach of the Namibia football team. Speculation arrived that the Namibia Football Association will possibly delay this interview process of the shortlisting until a certain period. Of course, with Namibia set to play in the World Cup qualifiers, there are also speculations that Bobby Samaria will be given an extension until the matter is resolved. And now we have a special Olympic segment brought to you by GoTV, that's MultiChoice DSTV. We will go for a short break. Please stay tuned, and after that I will introduce our next interview.
We were born for this moment. For every rise, every fall, to make the impossible possible. To create moments that inspire and live the thrill of excellence.
On the grandest stage of all.
Forget the past, for the future awaits. This is that moment we've all been waiting for pride, for country, for you.
Brilliant performance that was.
The Olympic Games Tokyo 2020. It's go time on GoTV. Love it.
Welcome back, and now in your special segment we cross over that to Tokyo at the 2020 Olympics, where we meet up with coach Henk Botha. Of course, he's coaching the Golden Girls, Christine Mboma and Beatrice Masilingi, who will be in action. That is on Monday. Crunch time, a big race for the girls. Of course, Namibian medal hopefuls. However, Henk Botha in his interview actually clearly mentions that we shouldn't put so much weight on the shoulders of a girl. And of course, he will be taking it race by race and hit by hit. Stay tuned and enjoy the interview.
Good afternoon or good day, Coach Henk. I don't know what time it is in Japan, probably 9 o'clock. Of course, I don't know what time it is, but Coach Henk, good afternoon or good day.
Good evening here from Tokyo, Japan. Yes, it's in the evening. It is almost 9. So yes, we are here in the evening, and I think it's with you guys. It's just after lunch, if I'm right.
Yes, of course. It's just 2 o'clock. A few 6 minutes past 2. As you can see, we are still in the newsroom here. Of course, Coach Henk, let's get into the discussion. It is about the Golden Girls, Christine Mboma and Beatrice Masilingi. Their race is on. That's Monday. Of course, crunch time, a big one for Namibia, a big one for the girls, a first-time experience as well for the girls. But first, just tell me, how has it been in Japan since your arrival? The heat, I understand it's quite hot and humid that side. Of course, for athletes, it's a different story. Can you just briefly tell us how has it been and how are the girls coping with the weather?
Yes, obviously it's totally different from the weather that we currently experience in Namibia. The weather is humid and it's hot as can be, as even tonight as we speak, it's very hot outside. But if you take this, it's actually not a bad thing for athletics. Usually, especially sprinters, they enjoy running in hot weather, although they don't enjoy living in hot weather. But yes, they adopted fairly well, and the girls are looking great. The spirits is high, and yes, we can't ask for anything more.
Of course, I'm sure you have been touring around to see the stadium and of course everything there, the athletes that the girls will be competing against. What's the quality of the stadium? Is it perfectly fitted for races of that nature?
Yes, it is unbelievable. Even though it's windy outside, when we walk into the stadium, there's no wind at all. It is everything brand new, the best technology that you can imagine. This is just a different thing. It's one of the biggest experiences for my life, and I assure you, it's the same for the girls.
Oh wow, wonderful, wonderful. In terms of the fitness and everything, what do you make of that at the moment? How fit are the girls? Would you say you 100% satisfied with the fitness and the level of readiness of the girls, knowing that Monday is just around the corner?
Yes, we had with the physio yesterday, and she just went through the girls to see their balancing and everything, and she picked up a small little hiccup with Beatrice, but it was sorted out very quickly. So I would say the girls are there, they are fit and they're ready. But we must always understand that this is a world class event, and that all athletes, all 64 of them, are ready and they want to go for the medal. This is going to be a tough race, and our expectations now is to run the first race and see if we can qualify for the next one.
All right. Of course, you mentioned a great important point there that you're taking it one race at a time. Of course, first it will be the heats, and of course you need to prepare the girls mentally for that because it is going to be tough competition. Unlike when they were running in Europe for the preseason before they were preparing for this event. But what have you told the girls just to calm their nerves and tell them that, of course, Namibia is behind them and they need just to go out there and do their best? What have you told them as a coach?
Yeah, we had a discussion, and we'll had a couple of more discussions before they have final race day. So basically, I'm preparing them to think and focus towards their race plans as we discussed it, because both girls have got different race plans. And usually what I do just before they go on the track, I just say to them, close your eyes, we do a prayer, and then I will explain to them we are back in Grootfontein, just running and having fun. That is the most important thing for them at this stage. And obviously, we want them to do their best, and they deserve to be in the next round, but we can only do what they can do at that moment.
Okay. Coach, of course, everyone would be interested to know during your preparations or training at the moment, the times that these girls have been running during training. Are you satisfied, or are you really confident that at least we could go through the heat?
Yes, I must be honest with you. I'm maybe too satisfied, and I'm afraid to say this to you guys, and maybe people will then put an expectation on them. They're really in good form, and they're really doing well. At this stage, I believe they are ready for the World Juniors, and they will be world class there. But you must realize, if you look at athletes like Jackson and Uba Miller and Talu, and Blessing Okombara, those are world class athletes. They've been to more than two Olympics. This is just a walk in the park for them. For these girls, there's a lot of things that surround them currently that they need to cope with. But yes, I think let's take the first round, and then you can ask me the question again.
Of course, of course. If you look at, I just want to take you back and show you how behind me here, as you can see, there are a lot of Namibians, a lot of news reporters, of course, of the Namibia Media Holdings, who are all cheering and, of course, hoping for the best from the girls. But we also do understand that it will be their first time, and it always wouldn't be a done deal as many expect. And thank you for reminding us that these girls are only human, and it is, of course, their first Olympics, and there is more to come from them. Of course, before we conclude, I would like to know, after the Olympics, what will be the immediate goal?
Yes, after the Olympics, we will stay on here after the event. We'll stay on here for at least 5 days more, because they've been given the honor of being the flag bearers at the closing ceremony. Then we will return to Namibia for about 5 days, leaving to Kenya for the World Junior Championships. And there, definitely, I can assure you, we'll be in the finals and we'll be medal contenders, and even not winners. There's also a possibility of seeing winning there. Also, another exciting thing that they will be part of will be the 4x100 relay. Athletics Namibia have selected a very, very competitive team, and this might be the first for Namibia to, who knows, maybe have at least the final or a medal in the 4x100 for girls at the World Juniors.
Of course. Mr. Henk, can you say something in Japanese?
Oh, arigato. That means thank you very much for everybody there in Namibia, and thank you for supporting us, and thank you for all the good wishes that we receive daily. It's so highly appreciated.
Of course, I'm sure one would like to mention the name of the sponsors, which is MTC, that were part of a great sponsorship deal. And of course, just a message to your family that are currently watching here back home.
Yes, obviously, my family, my wife, who backs me every single uh, day when I'm away from home. We just had a call on the phone. Thank you for all your support. My beautiful daughter, that's currently visiting in Namibia. She's also on her way back to a university in the USA. All other extended family for your support, and even the family of the girls, which is now part of my family as well. So thank you for your support, and thank you for being there for us. Without you guys, it won't be possible.
Coach Botha. It's always an amazing of experience having you on the line. Keep doing what you're doing for the girls, and thank you so much for being here on the line with us. Please, good luck.
Thank you very much, and have a
Botha all the way from Japan. Quite a nice guy. He's excited as we all are. He says the athletes are excited as he is. Namibia is excited for the athletes. We are excited for all the athletes that are taking part in this event. Let's not forget that the likes of Jonas Juniors, Hilalia Johannes still have a race to go and still have a boxing bout to go. So it is all into medal contention, and we hope that the Namibians will bring those medals home. And please don't forget to laud that's DSTV Multi-Choice for always bringing this events live from Japan. Of course, they have been also a sponsor of this special segment. For now, I would love to laugh and leave you with an interview that's by Mr. Freddy Mwiya, the Chief Administrator of the Namibia Sports Commission, who spoke about the Olympics, his take on the Olympics, his take and his hopes of medals to come from the athletes that remain in the competition, given that the likes of Vera Lusa, Alex Miller, and that's Michelle Forster have already competed in the events and have not received any medals. Still, Namibia is hoping for its first medal. Please enjoy the evening. Ciao.
Well, good day, Master Mwiya.
Good afternoon.
Yes, of course, the current Tokyo 2020 Olympics, we have a few Namibian representatives, the likes of Vera Lusa, Alex Miller, and of course, Micah Dickman have already competed in this event so far. And we still await the likes of Christine Mboma, Beatrice Masilingi, Jonas Juniors, as well as that's Hilalia Johannes to go on. Still no medal for Namibia. What has the assessment of the Namibia Sports Commission been so far?
Yes, obviously, we don't need to say no medal yet for Namibia, but we need to indicate by saying the team has definitely done what is possible within their limited means. Very happy in rowing. We've gone so far. Also tried in cycling that our cyclists managed also to do their level. But believe me, going to this type of championship, easy venture. It requires commitment, requires time, and at the same time, to reach and to qualify just by qualifying, obviously, it's a celebration as a country that we could have a major game.
Okay, of course, the situation in Tokyo at the moment, as we understand, it's quite hot. And of course, with the coronavirus pandemic, also another concern at the moment. Has the Sports Commission been in contact with the team that's currently on the ground and hearing from them what are they saying? How is Tokyo, and of course, how are they managing to go throughout all this?
Yeah, since the team arrival, we did not receive any challenges experienced by the team. I'm also part of one of the group of the team where they are showing us what is happening on the other side. Due to other commitment, I could not travel, but we are definitely in touch with the team on the other side, but we did not receive any complaints so far. Yeah, I think the team is in good hands, and the leaders that have taken the team, I think, their level best to ensure that they remain motivated.
Okay, so Master Mwiya, of course, we still have a few more athletes that will be competing at this Olympics. And of course, there was a lot spoken before the Olympics itself started, with the Japanese people not happy that the Olympics took place or started while the coronavirus pandemic situation was on the ground, and as well that they claimed that of course, Japan spent so much money on building these stadiums and infrastructure, of course, but the fans or spectators will not be able to attend this event. What do you make of this?
Obviously, no one knew that coronavirus will come. It came as a surprise. Yes, the investment when you are hosting Olympics, you invest for a number of years. Unfortunately, coronavirus came. We cannot blame anyone because nobody knew that what was going to happen. But at the same time, I may say we are so fortunate, even themselves, that we should be able to watch the games. We've got now technology, and we can be able to enjoy the games from far. And now for them having infrastructure, those infrastructures they also be utilized for future generations. So all in all, yes, when you got people, they will have dissenting views, but at the end of the day, you need progress.
Of course, Mr. Mwiya, it's quite important. Going back to the remaining competitors, are there any hopes for us actually scooping any medal at the moment?
If you look the likes of our she has very great history. You remember what she did at the Namibians, what she did many world champions. Hiraria, she is a veteran runner. So let's also put our money on her. We look at Jonas, a very experienced runner. And even when I was actually chatting with Jonas, you could see the young boy is very determined because this is his year that he need to prove that indeed he can be able also to go on that bigger table to get a medal. Yeah. So apart from that, yes, we've got our young. Yeah, also, it's for their first time to compete at that high level. But believe me, what a surprise can come because these girls are also doing very well. So we look forward for that.
Okay, so you believe that the likes of Hilalia Johannes, who is a veteran, probably her last Olympics as well as Jonas Juniors, who is a Commonwealth medalist as well, and the likes of Beatrice Masilingi and Christine Mboma will be able to actually do something, of course, for Namibia to bring Namibia a medal. Mr. Mwiya, of course, one would say that they are almost approaching the end of this game and we look ahead to the next one. Are there ends in place in order for us to actually improve our chances of actually gaining at the next Olympics? Are there any plans in place to actually have athletes already in the pipeline for the next Olympics as well?
Definitely, what normally happens, when you come from any game, they need for you to come first and do a postmortem. And after that some report, that's where you are going to make your plans ahead. However, also we need to do about 4 years of preparation for the Olympics. I believe some of the athletes already, because it takes 8 years of to make sure that can be able to compete at that high level. And this is one of the responsibilities that we have. They've got talent identification, and also they've got a path whereby they know already who are the athletes that they have to prepare come 2024.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Mwiya. It has been a privilege having you on the line.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate also having us.
Okay.